Hi, I'm Dr. Varudhini Kankipati and welcome to my channel. So passive aggression, that's something you all might have heard but might not know how the word actually, or what's the behavior associated with passive aggression. So one of the things about passive aggression is it's a form of aggression that takes on the behavior of when you have negative feelings but you do not directly talk about those feelings, but instead you indirectly, passively show aggression or your anger. Now let's talk about how does that behavior get exhibited. So the first one is when one tends to get ghosted or just disappeared. So you send a text and the person does not respond back to you, or you try calling, the person doesn't call you back. So ghosting is a form of passive aggression. The next one is when you go through a silent treatment. When you are with a friend and the friend suddenly does not really talk to you, and we've all gone through this, right? How many of us in our childhood have had parents who've given us silent treatment because they want to show how disappointed they are in your behavior, and that eats us up, that we feel so guilty that your parent is giving you the silent treatment. And it's the same thing, one tends to do that even in friendships and partners or any form of relationship. When you give a silent treatment, that's also another form of passive aggression. Another one is backhanded compliment. It takes on a form of sarcasm. So for example, you do the dishes and you're like, "Oh, you did the dishes today? That's really surprising." So you know that the person's giving you a sarcasm or trying to point out something without directly coming and telling you. Another type of passive aggression is when you're trying to have a conversation with the person, but they are indirectly not addressing it. So they keep making excuses. You're like, "Oh, I know that there's something going on, I want to talk to you about it," and the person comes back and say, yeah, we can talk about it later, or just tries to kind of go around the topic but never comes to the topic to be addressed. That's a form of passive aggression. Another form of passive aggression is by giving no answer to the question. Like you're like, "Hey, listen, I know you might not want to be doing this, but we need to go and show our faces to this party, or we need to do this." And the person's like, "Yeah, we'll see." So they don't give you a yes or they don't give you a no. They don't give you any direction with an issue, or even what you might be thinking is the point of conflict. Even if you want to talk about it, they don't say yes or no. So if you ask them, "Are you upset about this?" They're like, "What makes you think that?" They don't directly come out and say, "Yes, I am upset." So these are the most common forms of passive aggression. Silent treatment, sarcasm, backhanded compliment, or backhanded digs at you. These are the most common forms of passive aggression. And if you are doing it, or someone is doing that to you, it means that that person is not feeling comfortable in having a direct conversation with you regarding that, and that could indicate that person has very difficult time with confronting and also with conflict. And so you can help. If you're the one doing it, please remember passive aggression really does not help in healthy communication. It hinders having an open conversation where you put everything on the table. So if you are doing any of these things, or someone else is doing it, then you need to kind of put that on the table and say, okay, what we're doing with each other, the way we're communicating with each other is not healthy. Let's be able to provide a space where you can feel like you can share what you're thinking and feeling, and we will learn to deal with that. I'll make another video on how and what are some of the tips on conflict, how to deal with conflict and how to communicate in conflict. So I hope that this throws light on passive aggression, and I hope that if you're one falling in this, learning that this might not be the way to communicate. So if you did like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe, and I look forward to doing more videos. Take care, guys. Bye.